As human beings, we're drawn to people who tell us what we'd wish to hear, but the best for us is far from this truth. Those that call us out on our bad behaviors are mostly shunned away and perceived as jealous people. But picking up advice doesn't mean you're less worthy of a person. In fact, it shows that you listen and adapt to critics easily without letting things weigh you down. However, if you let your ego get the best of you, you end up missing out on some great advice, which is what today's video is all about. Great advice people never listen to. 1. Don't try to impress everyone. Starting off the list is something rather harsh to fathom, but being a people pleaser gets you nowhere. Some of the people may pretend to like you, but in the end may be putting up a facade. If you continue becoming who people want to see, you forget what you really need to be for yourself. If you didn't know already, some of the unhappiest people are those who care the most about what other people think. 2. A narrow focus brings big results. Something most of us don't have in this day and age is patience. We're people of here and now, spoiled by the help of swift technologies that curb this demand. However, if things were taken logically in the real world, the number one reason people give up so fast is because they tend to look at how far they still have to go, instead of how far they've come. Looking at success as an overnight reward is something absurd. The best advice is to appreciate the series of small wins that can ultimately give us the most significant success. 3. Show up fully. Worrying too much about the future? Getting some anxiety on what's next? Don't like those choices you made 5 years ago? Well, I hate to break it to you, but worrying about your past or future won't alter time, but instead make things worse for you. Don't dwell on the past, and don't daydream about the future, but concentrate on showing up fully in the present moment. This will help you tackle things as they happen, and if you do this, you won't have to repeat past mistakes. 4. Take time to know yourself. Do you think you know who you are? Know thyself, said Aristotle. If many are asked this question, you'll come to find that most are attached to their careers and what they do for a living. But the truth is that knowing who you are is more than just a profession. It's about your beliefs, your impact on the world, your vision and mission, and a lot more. When you know who you are, you can be wise about your goals, your dreams, your standards, your convictions. Knowing who you are allows you to live your life with purpose and meaning. 5. Don't make assumptions. Well, if it isn't a smack right in the face. Most of us are guilty of letting our brains and mouth do the talking without carefully analyzing the weight of the matter at hand. In reality, know-it-alls come off as passive-aggressive and tend to know nothing most of the time. The best advice is, if you don't know the situation fully, you can't offer an informed opinion. 6. Life's good, but it's not fair. If you thought being called a know-it-all sounds harsh, how do your ears like the sound of this? The delusion that life's supposed to be fair is the source of much unhappiness. Never in a billion years will life be fair, so don't beat yourself up when you think you deserve better than what it's giving you. Just keep moving and savor every moment. 7. Don't make decisions when you're angry or ecstatic. Rage can leave us regretting for years to come, if not a lifetime, to the point that you can screw up a very good relationship with someone over a small misunderstanding. It doesn't have to be romantic and can be a friendship or a work relationship. Anger clouds judgment and will make you act in regards to the heat of the moment. Always remember that the best decisions are made with a clear, conscious mind, not in the throes of any emotion, positive or negative. So just breathe. 8. Treat others the way you want to be treated. So you fancy some special treatment? Then treat others the same and watch special treatment coming your way. Do right, do your best, treat others as you would want them to treat you. 9. Learn something new every day. Okay, this doesn't mean you go stuffing your brain with information overload. It simply means that you should have the mindset of a student. Never think you're too old to ask questions or know too much to learn something new. This will keep you young at heart and mind. 10. In order to get, you have to give. Most of us are guilty of always wanting to be in life's receiving end, but never the giving end. As a result, some resentment builds up with no solid justification. The harsh reality is that if you support, guide, and lead others, if you make contributions to their lives, you'll reap the best rewards. 11. When you quit, you fail. It can get quite frustrating to work on something, but you find it's not working your way, and most times you get the calling to quit. As much as it sounds like the best solution yet, keep in mind that the surest way to lose any endeavor is to quit. If you choose to take on a positive aspect, you'll realize that fatigue, discomfort, and discouragement are merely symptoms of your effort. 12. You can't always get what you want. If you grew up being that kid that always got what they wanted, then this doesn't sound appealing at all. Chances are, if you try, you may find you get what you need, which is equally fulfilling. 13. Dreams remain dreams until you take action. This is another for the books. You may have grand dreams about things you'd wish to take course in your life, especially for personal growth or even career growth. But without action, an idea remains a dream. To make it a reality, in short, you have to recreate it in real life and create steps that will lead you towards it. 14. Don't be afraid of being afraid. Society may always force you to put up a brave and tough front, but sometimes it's okay to be afraid. Overcome your fears by facing them instead of avoiding them and throwing it under the rug. Some of the most successful people can attest that they had to face their fears to enjoy some great rewards. In some cases, the one thing you need for growth is the one thing that you're most afraid to do. 15. Do what is right, not what is easy. Love shortcuts? They may not always be the answer. You'll come to find that strength of character leads us to do the right thing, even when there are easier options. 16. When you master your emotions, you master your life. Remember when we talked about avoiding making crucial decisions while you're angry? While you can't avoid anger completely, since it's a human emotion, how you deal with your anger says a lot about who you are as a person. How well do you manage your emotions? Do you speak nasty to the waitress who messed up your lunch order? Do you have a harsh reaction if someone says something insulting to you? This destructive emotion can cause more harm than good. 17. An organized life is a calmer life. Time management goes a long way and will help you stay on schedule when possible. It's easy to become distracted by your devices since social media is always happening. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are magnets that draw you away from your tasks. Either shut them down when you're working on something important or glance at them and then get back to work. Don't get hooked by them. If you're knocked off your work track, don't worry. Just acknowledge the slip and get back on it. 18. Dress for success. Always dress like you deserve good things. Every morning you have a small portion of time set aside to pick out how you want to present yourself for the rest of the day. As much as we don't want to believe it, people are judged by the way they look. It's that first impression when you walk in the room that says, "Here I am." Your clothes are your opportunity to make your personal statement. How do you want to present yourself to the world? Dress the part. 19. A healthy social life is pure happiness. With how things are going, we're getting alienated from each other more than we'd wish, and there's simply nothing you can do about it. Social activities, however, have a positive impact on our lives. A soulful, intimate experience with friends or family warms the heart. Take time to connect with them as they're there to support you, encourage you, and love you no matter what. 20. Respect other people's opinions, even when they differ from your own. To make things simple, you know that you're not always right. Respect other people's opinions even when they differ from your own. It's rare that two people will agree on most topics. Conflict is everywhere. It happens at work, home, with family, and with friends. Disagreeing isn't the problem, although most people think it is. The problem is in not giving value to the opinion of others. 21. Judge others favorably. You never know what battle they're fighting. No one likes to be judged, and better yet, too harshly. Someone may upset you at any time of day, whether you're driving, riding the train, or taking the bus. They may go as far as bumping into you, cutting you off, or even take the seat you were going to sit on. If anything, it's safe to say that transportation usually brings out the worst in people. This is your opportunity to not get bothered by other people's bad manners. You are the one who will suffer. Your day will be ruined because they didn't even notice they bumped into you, cut you off, or took the seat you were going to sit in. 22. Love your body, take good care of it. This list couldn't end without advice about caring for your body. Exercise is the best thing you could ever reward it, as well as a decent night's sleep, of course. Going to the gym or partaking in yoga is a statement saying that you love yourself. Even that evening stroll goes a long way, not only ensuring your cholesterol levels are in check, but also affirming that you care about your body and your health and want to take the best care you possibly can. 23. The power of habit can transform your life. Brushing your teeth. You may not realize it, but besides a fresh, minty mouth, you've just engaged the power of habit, a pattern that shapes every aspect of your life, a pattern that you also have the power to transform many areas of your life. If you can brush your teeth every day at the same time, you can accomplish anything you want to. 24. Speech is a powerful tool. Watch your words carefully. They can be daggers or cheerleaders. You can crush the spirit of someone or make them feel like they can conquer the world. Taste your words before you spit them out. Words are your thoughts coming to life. It's your choice. Do you want to show that you're nice or nasty? Speak to others how you wish them to speak to you. 25. Make what is valuable important. Instead of thinking about what you can pursue to make a profit, think about what is valuable. Invest in others and you will grow your portfolio. Each day is filled with endless opportunities to show people how much you care, appreciate, and value them. The takeaway from this video is, not many people are open to taking advice due to one's ego, and often miss out on some great advice due to stubbornness. Taking advice somehow feels like admitting that we don't really deserve our high status, but this mentality is totally wrong. I hope you learned something in today's video, and if you enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure you subscribe for more content like this. With that said, have a good one, and I'll see you all in the next one.